The power
Hey
of training
Vikings,
gear
so I'm going to
sets
be going
and
over
why they are
gear sets
important.
and what you need as a free-to-play player or just a new player. This is my maxed account. I'm going to be using this as a reference to kind of show you around. Now, firstly, when it comes to hero sets, as to say, it's the type of gear that you get. So basically, if I want to kill someone, I would have a completely different gear set as opposed to if I was just farming resources or if I was attacking towers. They're all completely different gear sets. Now, here is my hero, and basically what I'm doing here is, all I do is I change the skin. To make things fair, I have changed the skin to the same skin that you should receive through doing puzzles, and that is either the guy hero or the girl hero with the pigtails, so, you know, I've changed to her. Next, I'm showing you my sets. You can see they're all done and stuff, so I'll go through them in detail. One, you look at the bonuses of the heroes is the main important part, so here you can see, you know, learning speed, building speed, resource, training, it's all there. That's the reason you use this hero for training set. Next is I would go into my shaman and I would change my shaman to whatever fits. When I first start, you start with a random shaman. One thing to keep in mind with gear sets is there's a lot of gear sets here. You should not be doing that on a new character. You should only have one gear set, which literally is training or your troop type. So you can see here, there's no point. And I've just went into my training gear set. That way I can show you guys the magic. And now I'm going to change my shaman. Just a sec. Okay, so now I'm in my shaman. Normally I would use Baggy because I have Baggy on my ult. I have no other shamans, but I have all the shamans maxed. So we're just going to go with Igna. Igna is the shaman to use for training. If you don't know why, look at her bonuses. Training speed, learning speed, knowledge speed, warriors. Lots of stuff. Look down here in military. It's all... Okay, so now that I've got my hero and my shaman, and we've done all that, you can see clearly I'm in the right things. I'm going to be going through, you see here there's hero points under skills. Yeah, so we're going to be going into that because every single gear set with a different hero skin has its own skills. So we're going to the skills. Now, if you look at the skills, there is nothing here that has anything to do with my troop type. Now, the reason there is because I have maxed skill points, so I had to use them. But ideally, here's what you're looking at. You've got 3 sets. You've got your first tab, your second tab, and your third tab. Third tab won't be unlocked till later, so don't worry about it. Second tab is for invaders. First tab is for basically your gear, what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so here we have knowledge, speed, food, stone, and as I scroll down, there'll be a lot more. I haven't put any into other areas. This is just an overall. So here's like a quick scroll of my different points. I'm prioritizing training, I'm prioritizing resource yielding, I'm prioritizing capacity. I'm only clicking things once that I need to get to the next stage. So sometimes you might have to say do cav something in order to unlock like the next thing. Like I said, I when you're just starting out, you don't want any points in your troop stuff. You can see I've got some troop stuff. This is an example of, I might put up 1 point or 2 points in it so I can move to the next stage. Down in the down in the right-hand corner, there will be a button that says like how many points you need to unlock that. Okay, so this is, basically my whole entire set. You see as I scroll down, 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 and down. And you can see now that that's what it is. I've just focused purely on everything to do with resources, nothing to do with troops, nothing to do with march sizes, etc. It's just all about the farming and knowledge, learning speed. And then when you get to the very bottom, which we're starting to reach, you'll notice I don't have something called OSing. OSing is when you're with a group of people and you OS something, which basically means 4 people or 3 or 2 people can attack one target at a time. I'll make a separate video on that, but as you can see, this I'm not expecting in my training to be attacking people, so I haven't geared to attack people, so to speak. And you can see that down here, there's 0 marching speed. I've even put like hardly anything, and yeah, so this is the example that you should set for your points when it comes to your gear set. The reason why you don't set anything in the other points is you only have a minimum amount of points in your first tab, okay? And so firstly, you should be focusing, I've already said it, but I'll say it again, knowledge, learning speed, yielding speed, training speed, capacity, production of all types. This could be silver, gold, silver, gold, limber, stone, food, everything, okay? That is what you should be prioritizing. If you have points afterwards when you've maxed your account, by all means do whatever you want. You can then put things into your other spells, like you could put them into some to your troop type. The only reason I put them into my troop type when I finished was because people attack my town. I want to still have a good defense in my training set, so that's what I made. Okay, next we'll be moving on to the second tab. Now the second tab is about invaders. And basically all you gotta know for invaders, so all you gotta know for invaders is when you're first starting out, you should max weaken ghosts. It's because I max, I don't need to. I already kill them in one shot, but because you're just starting, you want to max weaken ghost, then you want to go hero energy depletion, and then you want to go hero energy recovery. And then at the bottom, you can choose what you want to do, right? But I did this as like an even all around. You can copy this if you want, but if you're not hitting invaders fast enough, well, not fast enough, hard enough, I guess, then you should have your invader killing max, basically. And your killing of the invader will depend on your gear, your hero. There's a lot of different things, but this is just the start of it with the points. The third tab, don't even worry about the third tab, okay? Now I'm gonna quickly show you the third tab, just so you're like, oh, I get to unlock that. Yeah, so as you can see here, this is the third tab fully unlocked. Again, I'm only focusing on things for resources, etc. And later on, I'll make a video on that. Next, I'm going to go through your gear pieces. So now with your gear pieces, some people might say don't build any gear until it's legendary. No. Here's the thing. You need gear. All these gear pieces will add up to give me some percent that will allow me to carry more stone, or it will allow me to train more troops. Gear matters in this game. It's a big part of it. So let's pretend it's not all legendary. Let's pretend you're just starting out. Just starting out, if you buy things, being honest, they have good gear that stacks up and you can basically buy it off the store and it gives you like more training speed and stuff like that. Or you can build your first gray set. So there's basically different colors in the game. So there's white, green, blue, purple, and gold, right? So the white is the lowest, which is common. It's basically your first part of gears. Now, if I go into the gear and you have a gem slot unlocked, these are the gems. You can see here my training set bonuses as well, for an example. You choose basically the stone. At the moment, choose whatever stone you got, but in the future, you will optimize it to suit what you needed. So these stones, for instance, because I'm siege, which is my troop type, I run out of stone like very, very fast. So I've decided that, okay, on my gems, I'm going to use stone. So you can see here, I've got stone, we've got silver, basically, and stone, and silver everywhere. Now you can see this rune. This rune is for training speed, and yeah, this is basically how you go about making your first training set. There's a lot more details, but I can make another video. Enjoy.